Any of you ever had one of those friends that, you know, everything was fun and games until he got hurt or she got hurt, and then it wasn't funny anymore and they got really angry? When I was in the 6th grade, I had a friend, his name was Chris, and his parents actually had him on creatines for I don't even know how many years before that, because he played Pop Warner football, and I really don't think that that's good for a kid, but he was one of these kids that, you know, we'd be having fun until he got mad, and then it wasn't fun anymore. And we, for some strange reason, in the 6th grade decided that it would be a good idea and a lot of fun to bare fist box. And so we're out there one day, and we're boxing and everything, and it was really fun until I popped him a good one. I mean, boom, and then I could just see it in his temperance. It was, you know, like, and then he got mad, and so I got scared because I was kind of a wimp, and so I know he's going to try and hit me in the face, and so I go up to block, right? I'm blocking, and he just keeps punching me in the shoulder with his right arm. So boom, boom, right? Just keeps punching me, and I'm up defending, and he just keeps hitting me in the shoulder. And then all of a sudden he left hooks me, boom, into the stomach, and I grab my stomach, my hands go down, and he, boom, just clocks me right across the face. Perfect hit to the jaw. I spun around, and he knocked me out. And I was only out for, you know, just a little bit, less than a minute, but still. It was a pretty crazy experience, and we decided after that that it wasn't a good idea to do this whole bare fist boxing anymore. So we asked for some boxing gloves, and so we did that for a while. But he always beat me, and then I went up to visit him. His family moved to Henderson, Nevada, and so I went to visit him up there. This was 3 years later. 2 years later, 3 years later, something like that. And I had grown about 9 inches. I grew 9 inches from my 8th grade to my 9th grade year. And so I you know, sprung up quite a bit. And so went up there to visit him, and we decided we should try boxing again. And now at this point in time, he's not on the creatine anymore, and I've grown 9 inches, so I got the arm reach on him, and I'm just really hammering him, and he can't even get close enough to do anything. And so this UPS guy goes walking by, and he's like, "Hey, little guy, get in there close and hit him in the stomach, get him in the kidneys and stuff." And so he comes in, and I know this is not legal in boxing, but I had to get my revenge on my friend. And so he comes in tight, gets right up here, and his head's right here, and I just went boom over the top of his head, and he just rammed right into the ground. It was a pretty fulfilling experience, because you know, guys have our egos and everything. So I helped him up, and it was all fun and games and just laughs, and he kind of lost his temper. So I wonder if it wasn't the creatine and everything that he was on. You guys are probably all going to get the wrong idea about me with the stories that I'm going to be telling the next couple videos, probably, because I'm not a violent person. I've never actually been in a real fight. I know how to fight. My grandfather was a boxer, and I'll tell you a story about him in the next video that's really funny. It's my favorite story, but I want to make sure I get all the facts right. And I'm trying to convince him right now to come onto the video and tell it himself, but he's not really excited about that whole idea. But I remember one time I was riding with I was driving. I just turned 16, I think, and I was with my cousin, and he was, I don't know, 11 or 12 probably. And we're riding along, and he, out of the blue, just hits me, boom, and he's like, "Out-of-state plate." And I looked at him and I said, "Hey man, I'm driving, so I can't really be looking at license plate, aside from the fact that my eyes aren't very good, and so I can't read the license plates." And he said, oh, just for those of you who don't know, out-of-state plate is if you're driving, let's say you're in Arizona and you're driving, and you see a plate from California, a car from California with a California license plate on it, you can hit somebody else in the car and say "out-of-state plate." It's like slug bug. Anyway, so so I said, you know, I can't read them. He looked at me and he said, "Well, it's not my problem that my eyes are better than yours, and so that's just how the game works." And using my keen ability to utilize sound logic, I looked at him and I said, "Okay, let's play my game. I'm bigger than you." Wham! And I hit him really hard. And he looked at me and he's like, "I'm done." And that's actually not a really good thing. That's what we call totalitarianism, kids. When you use your strength and everything to take advantage of those who are not as big or as strong as you are. So it's not a good idea, but it was pretty funny at the time.